Find your way onto your back, preparing your body for your Shavasana. And send your feet and arms wide away from your body as you settle in. Tuck your shoulder blades beneath you, create a sense of openness through your chest. Let the limbs grow heavy. Maybe you invite the eyes to close as the head melts into your mat. Begin to direct your breath in and out through your nose, allowing the belly to rise and fall with every breath. Take a big breath in through the nose, belly rises up towards the ceiling. And a slow breath out as the belly falls. Big breath in, belly rise. And a slow breath out as the belly falls. Holding on to that same slow rhythm of breath. Really focusing on lengthening the inhales and softening the exhales as they leave your body. Begin to awaken the body by wiggling fingers and toes. Find some gentle rotations through the wrists and the ankles. In both directions. Slide your feet together at the bottom of your mat. Reach the arms up overhead, still resting on the floor. Take a full body stretch here, extending from fingertips to toes. On the exhale, soften. Big breath in, full body stretch. Exhale, let it go. One more big breath in. Exhale, draw the right knee in towards the chest. Interlace the fingers around the right knee, extend long through the left leg. Right knee's hugging in towards the chest. You can play with the position of it. Maybe it's a little bit closer to the midline, maybe it's over towards the outside of your ribs, reaching for the right shoulder. Either variation, pressing down firm through the left hip. Stay active through your left leg. Squeeze the thigh muscle into the bone and keep the big toe of the left foot pointing for the sky. Stay here in stillness, or you can take some gentle rotations with the right knee, really isolating the movement to the right hip. Keep the left hip firmly in contact with the mat as you take that circular motion. Circle the opposite direction. Pause in the center, hug the right knee in close. Release the right arm beside you, left hand can stay in contact with the right knee. Gently guide the knee across your body over to the left for a twist. See if you can keep the right shoulder in contact with the floor, even if that means the knee isn't quite as close to the floor. Breathe space into the lower right belly and waist. Gaze can be at the ceiling or over to the right. Gaze comes back through center. Right knee will follow. Draw the left knee in to meet the right, hugging both knees in towards your chest this time. Be a gentle rock from side to side, massaging your low back. Land in stillness. Hug the left knee in and extend the right leg long. Reach through the right heel. Decide on the position of the left knee, close to the center or maybe off towards the left side of your body just a bit. Creating some distance between the left knee and the right heel. Right toes draw back towards the face, but the left ankle can be soft and relaxed. Choosing stillness or find that circular motion with the left knee. Circling the opposite direction. Find stillness in the center, hug your knee in close. Left arm finds its way to your side. Use the right hand to guide the left knee across your body over to the right for your twist. You can keep the right hand resting on the knee for a little added weight, or you can release it at your side. Always the option to place a pillow or a yoga block beneath the left knee for some added support. Choose the gaze that feels best into your neck, so whether that's looking to the sky or over to the left shoulder, either option is fine. Gaze comes through center. Left knee will follow. Hug the right knee in to meet the left, this time taking the knees a little bit wider apart, creating space between the thighs. Press down firm through all four corners of the pelvis as you draw the knees in towards the outer shoulders. If you're feeling a nice stretch here, stay as you are, or you can move into happy baby. Bring the arms to the inside of your thighs. Reach across the shins for the outside of your ankles, or the pinky toe edge of the feet. The knees are finding their way down towards the floor beside your shoulders. They do not have to touch. The soles of the feet will work their way up towards the sky with a bend in the knees. Heading towards a 90-degree angle in the knees as well as the ankles, but you do not have to get there. You're going to feel the tailbone and the pelvis try to lift up. See if you can maintain length the whole way down your spine, including the tailbone. Can you find some softness through the shoulders and the face? Can you reconnect with those long, slow breaths in and out through the nose? Taking advantage of the space between the thighs for the belly to rise up and down with breath. Slowly release the feet. And let the soles of the feet come to touch when they land on the floor. The knees start to fall open like a book, creating a diamond shape with the legs. Place one hand on your belly, one hand on your heart. Just follow the breath as it moves up and down, belly and chest, chest and belly. Aware of the point of contact between the soles of your feet. Feeling the support between them. And allowing the knees to surrender to gravity. Releasing all effort from the hips, the thighs. One by one, release the legs long to the bottom of your mat. Take a mini shavasana here by releasing your arms to your side. Finding softness through the legs. Just acknowledging any changes you may be feeling, any sensations when you first landed here on your mat. Slide your feet together at the bottom of your mat. Draw the knees in towards your chest. And giving them a hug. Maybe this time, draw your chin towards the chest, forehead to the knees, curling up into a tight ball. Slowly release, lower the feet onto the mat. Head and shoulders rest as well. Reach for a strap. That can be a yoga strap, a leash, a belt, a long towel or sheet. We're going to draw the right knee in towards the chest and loop your strap over the right foot. With the strap around the ball of the foot just beneath the toes, start to send the right foot up towards the sky. Working towards a straight leg, so maybe that means that the leg is at less of an angle, closer to the floor. That's okay. Just starting to draw the sole of the foot towards the ceiling until you feel the knee start to bend. That's where you want to pause. You can have a micro bend in the knee joint to protect it, as long as you're feeling a stretch up the back of the thigh into the hamstring. If you have space to do so and feels comfortable, you can extend the left leg long to the bottom of the mat, otherwise keep it bent. Press firm through the right hip down into the mat. And use the strap to apply gentle pressure to draw the sole of the foot closer to the ceiling and the toes, maybe a little bit closer to the floor behind you. Really looking to lengthen through the back of the right leg here. Reaching up high through the heel. Drawing the right hip crease away from the shoulders and down into the mat. Every few breaths, maybe you're able to find a little more depth into your pose. From here, we're going to transition the straps into the right hand. So both ends of the strap are in the right hand. Left hand can rest on the left hip, encouraging it down into the mat. Without tipping the left toes, start to open the right foot up to the right side of the room. So you want your left toes still pointing up to the ceiling, the left hip firmly rooted. We're not tipping over to the right side. Deep flex in both of your ankles. Just looking now to find a stretch to the inside of the right thigh. Rather than just drawing the right foot over to the right side, think about drawing it to the right side and also beyond the right shoulder at a bit of an angle here. Keep focusing on your breath, on the sensation of opening up through the inner right thigh. Draw the right leg back through center. Take a few breaths here in the center. Maybe you can find a little more depth this time around. And create the capital L shape with your right hand, with the thumb and the fingers. Place the palm facing down. Slide your thumb into the right hip crease. Press the right hip crease away from your shoulder and down into the mat. With the left hand on the strap, encourage the toes a little closer to the floor behind you without losing that compression of the right hip. From here, we're going to start to shift the right foot over to the left just a couple of inches, so it's not going beyond the left shoulder. Then take a little bit of an internal rotation by turning the left toe, or right toes rather, a little further to the left. Pausing there, pressing down firm through the outer right hip. So again, we're not quite into a twist here. The right hip should still be on the floor. And that right foot is just barely to the distance of the left shoulder. Slowly release, come back through center, take the strap in both the hands. Landing once again in the center, finding a few breaths. Each time we come through center, maybe you find a little more depth. Bend the left leg if it's not already there. Let the sole of the left foot find the floor. Release your strap. Turn the toes of the right foot to face the right side room. Bend the right knee. Let the pinky toe edge of your right foot land on your left thigh. Take a few moments here with your legs in a figure 4 shape for reclined pigeon or thread the needle pose to really even out your hips, squaring them from side to side in equal weight both left and right. You can use your right hand to guide the right thigh away from the shoulders while pressing down firm through the left hip. If you're still not feeling a stretch, you can draw the left knee in towards the left shoulder, the outer left shoulder. at the same time reaching the right knee away from the right shoulder. Stay heavy through all four corners of your pelvis. Keep a deep flex in the right ankle. Draw your right toes towards your shin. Every breath in, lengthen through the spine. Root down through the pelvis. Every breath out, maybe you're able to squeeze the left knee in a little closer, reach the right knee away from you. Slowly release the left foot onto the mat. Slide the right leg over the left. Hug the knees in towards your chest. So keep that cross-legged position. Right leg fully crossed over the left as if you're sitting in a chair. Then hug the knees in towards your chest. Pressing the pelvis firm into the mat. Maybe you have a little space and you're able to walk the hands down the shins towards your ankles, drawing the heels away from each other without losing that weight in your pelvis. Keep the knees squeezed in towards your chest, slowly drawing the heels away from each other. Looking for a stretch here into the outer right hip and glute. Slowly release, let that go. Uncross the legs. Extend the legs long to the bottom of the mat. Find a mini shavasana here. Scanning the body from side to side, noticing any subtle changes, sensations. Slide the feet together. Bend through the knees, bringing the soles of the feet onto the mat. Reach once again for your strap. We're going to draw the left knee in towards the chest this time. Loop the strap over the left foot. Send the foot high towards the ceiling. Using the strap to maintain a deep flex through the left ankle. Option to extend the right leg long. And just noticing if you have a little more or a little less depth on this side. It's normal to be tighter on one side compared to the other. It's always a good idea if you do find a tighter side to maybe pause the video, stay on that side a little bit longer than you did on the original. Just to give it an opportunity to become more even. If we always just stretch them the equal amount of time, then you're going to find that you'll always be a little bit tighter on that same side. Keep the left heel reaching up towards the sky. Breathing space into the back of the left thigh and hamstring. Every few breaths, see if you can find just a little more depth without losing the length of your spine or the heaviness to the left hip. Find a little bit of softness. We're going to transition both ends of the strap into the left hand. Let the right hand come onto the right hip, encourage it down into the mat. The toes draw up towards the face first and then over to the left. Keep that right hip in contact with the floor. Don't allow it to lift up. Remembering that it's not just an over to the left stretch, but also to the left and beyond the left shoulder. So at a bit of an angle. Feeling a stretch in the inner left thigh and hip, groin. Come back through center. Take a few breaths here in the center. See if you can gain a little more depth now that you've been here before. And then we'll transition the straps into the right hand. Create that capital L shape with the left. Slide the left thumb into your hip crease, palm faces down. And press the hip away from the shoulders down into the mat. And if the left foot is at 12 o'clock on a clock, shift the left foot over to about 1 o'clock, so it's not going very far at all. Drive down through the left hip. And start to find an internal rotation by sending the left toes to about 2 o'clock. Pause here. Keep sending the toes of the left foot beyond the right shoulder, without sending the left foot over too far to the right side. And that outer left hip continues to reach down for the mat. Slowly come back through center. Find a few breaths in the center. Looking for your depth, that point of sensation where you start to feel the stretch in the back of the left thigh, and pause there. And if it's not already there, you can start to bend through the right knee, bringing the sole of the right foot onto the floor. Release your strap. Left toes are going to turn to the left side of the room. Flex your ankle. Bring the pinky toe edge of the left foot onto your right thigh. Squeeze the two together, so press the pinky toe edge into the thigh and the thigh into the foot. Left knee is going to reach away from the shoulders. You can use your left hand to encourage that motion as you press down firm through the right hip. You can always play with the height of the left heel as well, drawing it closer to the pelvis or further away, and see how that changes the stretch in your body. And if you'd like to go a little bit deeper, you can draw the right knee in towards the right shoulder. Just taking note that we're not coming into the center of our chest. We're drawing the right knee over to the right shoulder, maybe even a little bit beyond it. Really pressing down through the pelvis, preventing that scooping of the lower back. If you notice that the head and shoulders are also starting to lift up, it could be a sign you're going too far. Using a strap to take hold of the back of the thigh might be a better option for you. Slowly release the right foot onto the floor. Cross the left leg all the way over the right as if you're sitting cross-legged in a chair. Left thigh over the right. And with that cross-legged position, draw the knees towards your chest, taking hold of them. Maybe you're feeling a stretch already, some compression into the hips. Stay where you are. Or you can start to walk the hands down your shins towards the ankles. Draw the feet away from each other. At the same time, hug the knees in close towards you. Slowly releasing the feet. Uncross the legs and give the knees a gentle sway from side to side. Find stillness in the center. Let the soles of the feet come to touch. The knees open up like a book, creating that diamond shape with your legs once again. Place one hand on your belly, one hand on the heart, maybe taking the opposite hand position from last time. And just start to settle in. Invite the eyes to close. Find softness through the upper body. And allow the inner thighs to relax and release as the knees surrender to gravity and sink closer and closer to the mat. The soles of the feet support one another. You can play with the distance between the heels and the pelvis. The closer the heels are to the pelvis, the more of a stretch you'll be feeling. So to ease off, draw them away a little bit. You can also put pillows or blocks beneath the knees for some added support and let this be more restorative. And take a big breath in through the nose and a soft breath out through the nose. Big breath in, belly rise. And a slow breath out as the belly falls. Holding on to that same connection to breath. You can stay with the legs just as they are, or you can release the legs long to the bottom of your mat, taking your body into your final Shavasana pose. Always closing our practice with this moment of stillness, sense of calm, to allow your body the opportunity to really absorb the benefits of its practice. To invite yourself to let go of any attachment to the practice itself, or any expectations of your day to follow. Really just being here on your back in this moment, with your awareness focused on your breath. Noticing the rise and fall of the belly and chest as your breath returns to its natural rhythm and rate. And take as long as you choose here on your mat. When it feels time to get up and go, offer just one or two more breaths before going on with the rest of your day, your evening, and your week. Such gratitude as always for you joining me in practice. Namaste.